Hi, welcome back to Chefs at Home with Mickey and Jeff.
I'm Mickey.
Yeah, there she is. I'm Jeff.
And we're on screen together.
Yay!
So, comfort food.
Comfort food. Today, we're focusing on comfort food. And, you know, what's this classic old school comfort food better than Salisbury steak?
Salisbury. It's got thick, beefy gravy and...
Tons of mushrooms. It's mushroomy.
Thick, beefy, and mushroom gravy.
Thick, beefy, mushroomy gravy. And that's what we're making for our entree today.
Stick around.
Stick around. Salisbury steak. I know some of you are going straight back to being left at home with the babysitter and Hungry Man TV dinners while your parents went out for a much needed date night.
Woo!
Woo! A much needed date night. But that dish is a mere shadow of the soul-pleasing blend of beef, eggs, mushrooms, breadcrumbs, and spices that we're making here today. Not the same thing at all. But first, we need to give a shout out, an enthusiastic shout out to our new friend Michelle Varga at dishesanddustbunnies.com. They're putting out just great content, targeted at affordable and mouth-watering living. A few weeks ago, Michelle was the one that originally tweeted a recipe for Salisbury steak that caught our eye. We made it for dinner that night, wrote to her to tell her how outstanding it was. We're going to link to her original recipe down below. Ours includes some minor tweaks, but either way you follow it, you're going to get a winner on your plates. Again, you can find Michelle and all of her wonderful recipes, household tips at dishesanddustbunnies.com.
Woo! Thank you, Michelle.
On Twitter, she goes by @DustBunniesBlog, so check her out, and thank you, Michelle. So this is one of those recipes that looks kind of complicated, again, because of all the different ingredients, but it's really, really simple. It takes about, 15-20 minutes of prep total, and then about half an hour of cooking time, but most of that is just waiting. The original recipe calls for 2 pounds ground beef and comes out with 4 patties. We're 3 people, but we know we're going to want to have seconds or do a leftover round of this. So we're multiplying it times 1.5, essentially. So I've got 3 pounds of ground sirloin here. We've got 2 eggs, just lightly beaten. 1.5 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. And I'm going to go ahead and pour that in. Where do I put these? I've got 1.5 teaspoons of garlic powder. And you want to spread it out. Just like if you followed our black and bacon turkey burger recipe that Michelle did, you should follow that. You want to get it nice and spread out because anytime you're working with ground meat, you don't want to overwork it. What did I say?
I said Michelle.
Yeah, okay. Well, if you followed Mickey doing them anyway.
Michelle's the Salisbury steak.
All right, so we have 3/4 cups of breadcrumbs. Again, I'm going to try to spread them out as much as I can. I've got 1/2 teaspoon of thyme and 1/2 teaspoon of flour. Very, very little flour. Very little in the way of carbs added to that. Interestingly, I think, this recipe was created for the first time in the late 1800s by a man named, go figure, Salisbury. He was a doctor and originally one of the great first proponents of low-carb diets for weight loss. We have salt and pepper. I've got 1/2 teaspoon of each, kosher salt and freshly ground black pepper. And it calls for, hang on, where's mine? And it calls for, the original recipe calls for powdered bouillon. We don't really use powdered bouillon. We like better than bouillon. This is proved to be a real staple in our kitchen because you make stock in just an instant, and it's almost as good as if you made it from scratch. You can take the time to make it from scratch, but for this, it substitutes about 1 for 1. We're going to put a full teaspoon of the better than bouillon right in here. You can use, again, a teaspoon of bouillon powder. Another difference that we have made, or another change we've made over the recipe is the addition of diced mushrooms. We just diced up some baby bellas. I'm going to put the whole bit in there. It's about a cup of them. It's going to give it great umami flavor, additional structure, and I think it's going to make it all taste really great. I'm going to go ahead and add my eggs in. And as Mickey is very, very fond of saying, it's nice to get your hand dirty. Come down from underneath. You don't want to overwork your meat. These are going to make really, really big, beautiful Salisbury steaks. They're going to weigh about a half a pound a piece, obviously, if you can do the math. Get them slightly mixed. Kind of up and press down and in and work it a little bit, but don't overwork it. Overworked meat gets a little denser than what we're looking for, and it's already got the egg and the flour and the breadcrumbs and everything in there. So it's going to have mushrooms. It's going to have plenty of structure. I am looking for 6 good-sized bits out of this.
Oh, you're doing my trick.
Yeah, well, you're not the first. You're not the. But yes, I'm doing Mickey's trick. All right, 6 beautiful Salisbury steak patties ready to go. I'm going to give them a little sprinkle of salt on each one on the outside. Remember, we have salt in there, but you want it on the outside so it can caramelize and
Maillard reaction.
the Maillard reaction.
Yeah. It's just favorite thing.
Well, it is because it's delicious. It's those complex caramelizations that happen within the fats as it starts to sear. Yeah, it's what makes seared meat taste so great. We're going to do the other side in the pan, so I'm not going to bother flipping these right now. And Mickey's going to come back and sear these. They're going to sear about 5 minutes per side, and then sit in the gravy and soak up the gravy as the gravy thickens. It's going to be delicious. We'll be right back. But wait, what happened? Where's Mickey? Wasn't she coming in to do part 2? So the Salisbury steak video is running a little long. In order to give you all the greatest depth of content while still keeping videos at a digestible length, we decided to cut it into 2. Please take a second to smash that like button, and if you haven't, subscribe to our channel to know exactly what we've added when next you log on. Also, we love to hear from you. Did you make this? Do something different? Think we're full of it and don't know what we're doing? Leave those comments down below. If you don't see comments down below, hit the YouTube button on your screen and it'll take you to the original video. Now, go watch part 2, and thanks for watching this one.